All right, so it's Sunday, September 18th, 2022, and I just wanted to give my weekly update. This is a little bit later than I would like it to be, so hopefully for the coming weeks I will be able to do it ideally in the morning before I've eaten, but I've already eaten today. It's like 5 o'clock, and so yeah, so the measurements may not be like as good as they could be, like for consistency, but it is what it is. I mentioned last week that I just on a whim signed up for this contest, kind of a shred contest, through the Sculpted Vegan. And it just, I don't know, it just like came at a perfect time, I think, because I was already building these habits and already into meal tracking, and I've tried like a program like this before. It was a competition too, but I wasn't taking it seriously as a competition. I just wanted to try it, and it was a time I was really busy with school and work, and there was just a lot of like anxiety and stuff, and I didn't do any of the weekly check-ins or anything like that, and I did kind of get through it, but I didn't make as much progress as I had hoped because I didn't follow the meal plan and everything. But with this one, that one was through, was it veganfitness.com? I don't know, but that was a good program too. Like, I would recommend, if they're still doing them, I don't know if they're still doing the challenge, like that was a good one if I would have done it right. But it was my first time like really following like a workout program, and so there was a little bit of a learning curve. But because I'd done that program before, and because I had tried to work out with a trainer, like a bodybuilding trainer before, and because I've been going to the gym somewhat consistently, doing like group training through Anytime, I feel like having that background has really prepared me for this. And this week, and also my roommate has been coming to the gym with me every morning, and that's just been so helpful. Like, he's been getting up early with me, and he's been coming and helping me like go through the workouts and figuring out, because it's just a standard workout that everybody gets. And so if you have to make changes depending on what equipment you have, he's helping me to figure out like what alternatives I can do with some of the workouts. And yeah, it's just good to have someone there with you, just to be there. And they have a Facebook, like a private Facebook group that goes along with it. And I just feel like I'm really fortunate, because a lot of people are saying they're getting the opposite reaction from their like partners or their kids or their families. They don't understand why they're doing it, and getting some pushback. And so it is kind of nice to have that support. He helped me take my before pictures, which look terrible. Like, the pictures look so much worse, I feel like, than the videos. I feel like I might have this backwards body dysmorphia, to where I think I look better than I actually do. So I don't know. The before pictures looked awful. I don't know if he was taking it at a weird angle, but it looked really bad. And however, I'm not bothered by that, because the judging on this contest is how much of a transformation you make. So I mean, if I look pretty bad in my before photos and I can get myself in shape over the 12 weeks in my after photos, then I mean, it gives me some wiggle room, because there's some of these girls on here that are posting on the Facebook group, and they already look like they're in pretty good shape, and I'm like, I don't know how much how much of a transformation they could really go from there. But anyway, so yeah, but this first week went really well. I took it pretty easy on the weights in the gym. I was pretty sore after the first leg day. I was pretty sore going into the second leg day still from the first leg day, but I pushed through it, and just magically, for whatever reason, on Thursday after that second leg day, almost all the soreness was gone. So I don't know what happened, but I was worried about working out while already being sore, that it would just make me more sore, but it didn't. So I think I'm over, hopefully, the major soreness fear that I had, because that's what's kept me from really pushing hard in the past, is because I would go and push too hard that first week, and then I would just be like to where I couldn't walk almost. But yeah, no, I did a really good tricep workout, and they're still a little bit sore from, I think Thursday was the triceps, and they're still a little bit sore, but yeah, I don't know. I think this is going to be good. And it's the same workout every week for the 12 weeks, except maybe the last week, maybe a little bit different. But so I'm already familiar with the workout. And I told my roommate, I'm like, if you could just come with me for the first 2 weeks, I think I can get it from there. So yeah, so now I've made it through the first week. I feel like I'm pretty comfortable with the workout, and so now it's just going to be about upping the weight and, you know, trying to just get more like muscle gain with it. The diet, I didn't do the actual diet this first week because I had already prepped, and so I'm going to post, I took a couple of videos throughout the week, not as much as I would have liked, but I showed you kind of like, I have a video of what I ate, and then I wanted to do like a meal prep video for this coming week, but I've just kind of been prepping like throughout the day as I found time, because it's Sunday and I wanted to prep yesterday, but I was just busy with like working on the house. I don't know if I mentioned already that I'm like remodeling the house, and we pulled up carpet and all this stuff, and so I was just busy like kind of working on that. So I've been trying to fit the meal preps in little by little, and so yeah, maybe next week I will show either like, maybe next week I'll show a meal prep video, and then maybe the week after that I'll show my workout. But yeah, the weight has not changed. Last week when I weighed in, I think I was 152.4, and I'm actually about a half pound heavier this week. But it stayed pretty, like it went up and down just a little bit, but I put the average, the highest I got was 154.6. My average was 153.7. Today I'm 153. So a girl posted in the group who had done the program before, and she showed her before and after, and it looked insane. And I showed my roommate, and he was like, that looks like you. He's like, that before body looks so much like yours. And she had like an insane transformation. And she, in her post, she said, don't worry about the weight, don't look at the scale, because my before and after is only a 10-pound difference. So even though her body composition completely changed, she didn't have that much of an actual weight loss. So I'm still going to weigh myself every day, but even this whole time I haven't really been too worried about the weight. What I care about the most is, how do my clothes fit? How does my body feel? So yeah, so no weight loss yet, but I feel like it will have to happen, because after week after next, we're going to start lowering the calories. So I'm sure as the calories start to lower, my weight will probably go down some. But at this point, I'm just worried about getting through the workouts, trying to stay to the meal plan, and just seeing how it goes. But yeah, I mean, I could talk a lot about this, but that would probably be boring. So I will just get into my measurements, I guess. Somebody had commented this would probably be better in a bikini, and for today I'm not going to mess with it. I do have a bikini top, but it's over at my roommate's house, and I don't want to run over there and get it. So I know it sounds weird, my roommate's house. He has like a tiny home on my property, but he kind of works over there and like sleeps in here, and sometimes we watch movies and stuff over there. So it's kind of like we go between the two places sometimes. But yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it this time, and I do have a practice bikini on order, and so I don't know when it's supposed to come in. The timeline was between 2 and 4 weeks, and it's been, I think, 2 weeks. So I'm hoping it'll come in this week. So maybe next week I can be in my bikini, or I can get that top ready and have it for the photos. But for now, I'm just gonna do with what I'm wearing. So yeah, I will get into my measurements, and I think I'll show a clip on my phone of, I haven't been tracking my food, so I haven't tracked it the last couple of days, but on the meal plan it's to stay it's set for 1700 calories, and so I tried to make my meals to be around 1700 calories. I tried to up my protein intake with more protein powder. I've struggled with that a little bit. It's when you're eating more like nutrient dense foods that have lower calories, like you end up eating a lot of food, and it's hard for me to eat that much food. And especially, like, I'm all vegan now, so I'm hoping that this will be like the jumpstart that I need to get back onto being vegan, because I was vegan for well over a year a while back, and I was living in a town where it was very easy to be, it was a lot easier to be vegan than most places in Arkansas. And then I moved back to my hometown, and there weren't options. There weren't options in fast food or going out to eat or even at the store. And so it would have relied on me to be like cooking a lot of my meals, and I just didn't have time for that. And just a lot of stress with work and school, and I fell off of it. But I'm hoping that this will get me like back on it for good. And yeah. So I don't know what I'm gonna put next. I guess you'll just see. Okay, so I found my before photos, and so this is why my bikini is over at my roommate's place, because I took my photos over there. Let me just scroll through some of these. Oh God. Yeah, some of these are better than others. I just had my roommate take a bunch of them for me, and I'm going to pick. So we needed one from the front with my arms down, one from each side with my arms out, and then one from the back. So I'm going to pick one of these. I didn't like this angle. He was kind of like down on the floor. Yeah, look at that. Oh, and you can see my weird sunburn on my legs too, but I think I'm not going to use any of these. I think there's some from a better angle, but yeah, this looks, ugh. Yeah. Okay, I think these are the ones that start getting a little bit better. There we go. There we go. Terrible. My face. Ugh. But so yeah, these will be like my before. And I'm just like letting my belly loose on this, so I'm hoping to have a pretty good transformation. But yeah, so here's my before. And so we'll see how this goes. Okay. I guess we'll just start with my Fitbit. My sleep has been pretty good. It has an average of 6 hours and 30 minutes, but on Tuesday, I really got more sleep than that. I fell asleep without having my Fitbit on at first, so it didn't track the few hours that I got before that. So overall, it's definitely, for the most part, been around 7 hours or more. I really slept in today, just because I felt like it, and that's kind of why this is running a little bit late, but I feel like I'm doing really well on my sleep. Like, but even though this isn't perfect, like, this is way better than I used to have in the past. Like, in the past, I would have so much trouble falling asleep, and I would I just wasn't getting a lot of sleep. And so I've mentioned this before, I've been taking sleeping aids. My roommate had been too, but this week he felt like he wanted to get off of them, and he's not getting good sleep. And so, in my opinion, if it's helping me get better sleep, especially while I'm working on finishing my PhD, I'm just going to do it. And after I get done with my PhD and everything, if I want to try to get off of any sort of aids and try to get into a natural sleep cycle, then I'll do that. But for now, that I'm just going to stick to it because it's working for me. And yeah, now I'm just down to taking one Tylenol PM a day. So even though the dose is 2, I've been taking 1, and it's still been working pretty well. So here's my weight. Like I said, my lowest was last Sunday at 152.4, and it just kind of went, let's see, it looks like it just went up through Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh, it just kept going up. And then Saturday it went down. And honestly, I think the only reason it went down was because I didn't finish all of my food Friday or yesterday. So I think the reason it started going down was because I did cut back my calories just a little bit, because I just couldn't finish it. I couldn't finish that last protein shake. And I didn't have, like, I was putting extra, yeah, I wasn't eating quite as many calories. So that's why it went down a little bit. But so we'll see what happens this week. If I up my workouts a little bit and stick to the calories this week, because I am actually sticking to her meal plan, we'll see what happens. I don't know. But I'm pretty proud of myself. I've been doing the workouts early in the morning, getting them over with, and I love it. I love just having it all done in the morning. I am spending about 2 hours in the gym, but I don't know, like, it's fine, and I feel good when it's done, because I'm like, all right, this is over with, and I can get on with the rest of my day. I don't know if I even need to show my Fitness Pal, because I guess let me show the days that I did track. I tracked pretty well up until, oh yeah, I wasn't getting the 1700 calories really. Yeah, so this was what I was wanting to do. Was I had 1685 based on my meal plan, and I had my lunch that I had been eating with the same oatmeal, because I'd already had that prepped. The dinner, I'd made some seitan, and I had some other stuff, and I tried to add a couple things like guacamole and some olive oil and tofu to try to kind of bring it up to the calories. My macros were off. Like, I tried to get them close, but they were not the macro spread from the meal plan. I probably should have mentioned this. The macro spread in this meal plan it's 1700 calories, and it's, what is it? 50, 60, no, something's wrong. I think it's 60. It's supposed to be 60, 40. I can't remember, but it's supposed to be like mostly protein. It's supposed to be mostly protein. Oh wait, I have it logged in here. Okay. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so my goal is 40% protein, 30% fat, 30% carbs, and what I had planned was only 32% protein, 29% fat, and 39% carbs. So it was kind of like flipped on the carbs and the protein, but I tried to play around with it, and I couldn't. With what I already had, I couldn't get it like right, but I just focused on the calories. So this week it should be on target, hopefully. So yeah, that was what I tried to hit, most of the days, but then it just kind of like, I think I probably didn't track something this day. No, I think I did. So yeah, I kind of cut my calories down. Yeah, and I didn't track all of my food on Friday or anything yesterday, and I'm trying to track today. So Sunday, gosh, this is all over the place. I'm sorry. Sundays are a refeed day. And so what I like about this, actually, let me just switch back over to my regular camera, and I will talk about that real quick. So yeah, I'll go back into the meal plan a little bit more next week. Like I said, I'm going to try to show you my meal prep and what I eat this next week. But basically, you eat the exact same thing for 6 days out of the week. And it's at that 1700 calories, and then the 40, 30, 30 macro spread. And then on Sunday, you have a refeed day. And so our refeed day is the exact same throughout the 12 weeks. And so what I like about it is it's kind of a cheat day. Like, you feel like it's a cheat day, but it's a structured cheat day. So, and it's high carb, like it's like 60% carb. And so like today I had bread, I had toast, I had peanut butter, I had pasta, And then later on, I'm supposed to have a Beyond Meat burger on a bun, and so it's just a lot more carbs on this day and less of the protein shakes. Like, so where the other days you're supposed to have like 1 protein powder in your oatmeal, which I have been doing, and then like 2 smoothies. And this one, it just has the 1 smoothie with the protein powder. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, like I like this, and I was telling my roommate like what I was eating today, and he's like, your workout tomorrow is going to be so good, like having all these carbs. So I'm pretty anxious, and I think that's good. Like I like how this program is set up, because you've got the refeed day with the higher carbs, and then you go into Monday having a little bit more energy, hopefully, for the workout and starting out your week and getting you jump started. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I'll go into a little bit more detail later on that, but for now, I will get into my measurements. Okay, so this is a different outfit that I normally wear. These pants are a little bit tighter, so I don't know how accurate this is going to be compared to last week, but here is... I feel like the first workout that we did, it was really hitting on the glutes, and like I could feel it. Like it was very targeted with the workouts we were doing. Like I could definitely feel it in my glutes for sure. I feel like I could have pushed quite a bit harder on the back day, but again, I didn't want to overdo it. So hopefully I can up the weights this week and everything. But yeah, let me get into my underwear and get a better view of how I'm looking. Okay, so like I said, I've already eaten quite a bit today, so yeah, I feel like you could tell. Looks about the same as it always does. But I really feel like over these 12 weeks, I'm probably going to see, hopefully, a difference. I do feel like I'm starting to see more of a difference in my glutes. Hopefully, I'll start to see some in my back. Like this is like what is really been standing out to me is this. I want to get rid of that. And I think that'll just come along with like the workouts and the diet combined. So we'll see how it goes in the end. And let's take the measurements. So like I said, next week, hopefully I will do this in a bikini, so it will be like an even better kind of view of how the changes are taking place. But yeah, we'll just do around my chest. That is 32. I am not measuring this right. Okay, so I think last week I messed up. I think it was 32 and a half, because it's been 32 and a half for like all the other weeks. So that's what I've got now. 32 and a half. Last week I have 31 and a half, and so I don't think that's probably right. And this is a little bit of a different top, but we'll see. It's normally around 37. I don't know. Last week it was 37 even. This week it's looking like 37 and a half. I can imagine that it's grown, but maybe, I don't know. Just kind of moves up and down a little bit. And I do tend to gain and lose in my chest. Like that's just one thing I've noticed forever is whenever I gain or lose weight, it happens a lot in my chest. So for my waist, it's looking like 34.25, which is up a little bit from last week by a quarter. But that's fine. Like I said, I've eaten today, so it seems like my waist just stays about 34, 34 to 35. And then my hips stay around 41, 42. So let's see. So yeah, I mean, it's a little bit bigger than last week, but still in that range of 41, 42. So we'll see. I don't really have that much to lose on my hips. Like, I would say maybe an inch or two. I don't really have a lot of, like, these are my bones are right there. So so we'll see what happens with that. And then my thighs. Oh, I'm also not wearing my heels this week, so it'll look a little bit different. I forgot. I got some new heels. My other heels, like, the straps broke on them. And I could still wear them without the straps. But, holy cow. What was this last week? 22? My thighs may go up, actually, just because I'm pretty, like, quad dominant, I think. Yeah. It was 22 last week. Now it's looking like it's about 22 3/4. So, I don't know. We'll see. It seems like my thighs have been between 22 and 23. So yeah, I mean, up a little bit in my measurements from last week overall, but I'm fine with that. I feel like over this next week, when I get my diet a little bit more in line, and then in the coming weeks as the calories start going down and as I start working out, like trying to push a little bit harder in the workouts, I'm hoping I'll start to see some changes. So we'll see how that goes. But in any case, like, I think this is definitely going to be a really good pre-prep for prepping later on. I got some new shoes, actually. Let me show you these. They are pretty insane, and my thoughts on these are, I was getting pretty good. I've been walking on, like, the type of heels that I would wear in a show for like 2 or 3 weeks now. I've just been wearing them every day, just throughout the day. I'm not on my feet very much, but just I've gotten very comfortable in walking in them, and so I decided to step it up and get something with a little bit higher. So my thought process is, if I can get walking in these shoes down, then I should be able to walk easily in like regular show heels. So this is what I got. These are insane. I've never been able to walk in the heels with kind of like a big platform like this. So I'm hoping that practicing in these every day a little bit, that I won't kill myself, and that it will give me like the good balance and stabilizers to be able to walk really well in some regular show heels. I've been practicing these. I think I got these in Thursday. And on hard floors, it's actually not as hard as I thought it would be to walk in these. But when I did have carpet before I pulled it up this weekend, I struggled walking in these on the carpet a lot. And I did fall once, but it was kind of a slow fall. I didn't hurt myself. But yeah, this should be easier now that I don't have carpet to walk on. But yeah, so I'm going to be practicing in these for the next week or while. But yeah, hopefully I'll be back next week with my show bikini and with my I'll go over a little bit more of my meal plan. For now, I'm going to try and see what clips I did take from this week, which it wasn't a lot. And I'll just clip those on to the end of this, and then I will be back next week with my update. Okay, so it's Monday, September 12th, day 1 of my 12-week prep. So far so good. Got up early. I did this little stretch routine that I used to do it every single morning, but like the last few days I've started doing it again. So me and my roommate got up and we stretched and then went to the gym. I got my workout in. We'll see what happens because like I think I've mentioned in the past, like sometimes there's been times that I've like pushed my legs pretty hard and I knew for sure that I was going to be sore and I wasn't. And then there's been other times that I didn't think I pushed that hard and I was like so sore I couldn't walk the next day. I feel like I pushed my hamstrings really hard today. Like I'm already feeling like I felt a little bit of strain, especially when I was doing the split squats. But I got through the workout and then I did my hour walk and I read my paper, you know, for class and everything, and then came back home. I had also purchased, they had like a $27 like posing workshop, or what do you call it, like a course, and so I just watched that and I think it was definitely like worth the money. They gave some really good tips about how to do the before and after photos for this challenge, but then also just in general, if you're taking photos for like Instagram or even if you're like posing on stage, like how to just kind of hold your body to kind of show off a little bit more of the work. So yeah, I just watched that and I wanted to hop on because I'm a little worried about the meal plan. But I mean, I'm not going to worry about it too much, but I just like plugged a bunch of stuff into MyFitnessPal because I said I'd already bought all this food for this week. And so I'm going to be eating, I'm not doing like to a T their meal plan because I already had some food I'd bought. But I just plugged in the macros and I can get the calories right because it's supposed to be the first 2 weeks, 1,700 calories, but the macro split is supposed to be 40% protein, 30% carbs, and 30% fat. And I tried like changing around a few things because I've got the main thing. I already had my oatmeal like meal prepped because I did that on Saturday, and so I can't really change what I have in the oatmeal because I've already got it all mixed together, all the dry ingredients. And then I also had the ingredients for dinner, which is what I cooked last night, and so I can't really change up like those main ingredients, but I just wanted to try to add in and take away some things to try to get the macros to work out right, and I couldn't. There was no way I could figure out to get enough protein without, my carbs are way too high. And so, which is gonna suck because I like eating, like normally at night I'll have my food and then I'll eat like fruit, which is a lot of carbs. So that's gonna kind of suck tonight because I won't have something like sweet, but I have to work in 2 protein shakes because even with like 2 extra protein shakes, it's not going to be enough protein to get it up to the 40% of the split. And so, yeah, sometime later I'm going to have a protein shake. And then I've also added some tofu and seitan. And I've got it to kind of the opposite. I've got 40% carbs and then close to 30% fat and protein. So I don't know. That's just what I'm going to do this week because like I said, I already had all the food. So this week isn't going to be the ideal diet, but I'm going to try to meal prep this weekend for next week, like based on exactly what her meal plan is. I'm going to have to buy a couple things, but it's pretty straightforward. It looks pretty easy. So yeah, so next week I will do like the exact meal plan, but this week, like I said, the best I could get was 40% carbs, 30% protein, 30% fat. So I just need to switch up the protein and the carbs, but I think I can do it, and I think this first week it won't be an issue. So I'm a little bit under the 1700 calories, so I'm not really too worried about it, but we will see tomorrow if I'm sore. Tomorrow's at upper body. I've already watched all the videos of the workouts. It's a lot of pull-ups. It's pull-ups, chin-ups. It's gonna be shoulders and arms. I'll try to get some clips. I'll try to take some videos. I wanted to take some today, but I don't know. I was focused too much on what I needed to do and get it right. But it's the same workout throughout the whole thing. So, you know, I think after these first 2 weeks, I should be pretty comfortable and familiar with the workout to be able to get like some more video clips or something at the gym. But so far so good. We'll see how it is. Also, I took my before photos last night. I look terrible. Like I don't know why in my videos where I'm like, you know, I don't think I look great by any means in those videos, but in these before photos, like, I don't know if I can really work this out. I might, because I was thinking like, I felt like I was already kind of in okay shape before going into this. So I was like, there's no way I would have a shot at like getting the prize for the transformation. But I don't know if I stick to this and really work out based on how awful my before photos are, I might have a shot. So, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, just kind of an update on day one. Okay, so it is Wednesday, September 14th, 2022, and it's about 7 in the morning, and so this is day 3 of me starting the ultimate shred, and so far, like, okay, I'm very sore, very, very sore, but I'm definitely more sore than I am comfortable with, but this is not the sorest that I've ever been. It's like on the verge of being like debilitating, like to where I can't like sit and walk properly. Like it's on the verge of that, but it's not quite there. We'll see how it is tomorrow, because I just did my second leg day and I was still sore from my first leg day, but I just kind of pushed through it. And it is a little bit easier, like once you're moving, once you're in it, but then it's like, if I stop moving for any amount of time, then it's just hard. So I'm driving up to a different town to go to my dentist, and it's about an hour drive, so I'm just kind of dreading standing up after this drive. But I mean, I'm proud of myself because I've been consistent so far. I mean, it's only been 3 days, but so far I have been very consistent. I have been getting up at 3:45. We've been getting to the gym around 4. We didn't Monday, but that's what we're gonna do. Like, my roommate's been coming with me, so he didn't like kind of like getting his day started so late, because we didn't really get like our work day started until about like 9 o'clock or so. And I really need to be up earlier because there's 2 days a week for sure that I have meetings at 8. And so I like to be kind of like done with everything by 8. And Monday, we both kind of like took our time getting around, getting to the gym. We didn't get out of the gym until like 7:30. And then we got home and had coffee and kind of talked a bit, and just, so we want to get up and get going and get everything going. And it's definitely been helpful this time around having my roommate come with me. Like, I think as long as we can continue that, because I know he may not like want to keep doing that, oh my god, indefinitely, but for now, at least the first 3 days, and I'm hoping that he'll keep coming with me at least till the end of this first week, so I can get through all the workouts and be comfortable. I've been in and out of the gym for the past couple of years, and so I'm pretty familiar with the form on most of the moves, and I've been told a lot that I have really good form just kind of naturally, I guess. I don't know. I think because I overthink it, and so before I do an exercise, like, I watch videos and stuff on it, and so, you know, I'm like, I've really been thinking about, but like at first it was hard to get the form because I was overthinking it, but now I think I've done most exercises so much, I think I get the gist of what the proper form is supposed to be. But it's just him like helping me navigate my way around the gym and find the right equipment, and if I need to modify, you know, some of the stuff based on what equipment we have, like, it's good to have him to kind of think about like how I could modify it and things like that. So I mean, so far so good. It's definitely not easy, but it's easier than any other like workout program that I've tried to commit to so far. The diet is easier, like, thank God, like everything that I've done the last few months, I feel like has just really set me up to hopefully be successful in this. And yeah, because the diet is super easy for me so far. The last time I tried to train, I just felt like tracking was overwhelming, and then I felt like I was just eating so much food, and I wasn't used to the protein shakes and all that stuff, but somehow it's not that bad. I think because I've tried several different types of protein shakes, I've kind of settled on the ones that I like, and so it's not that bad. And I'm in a Facebook group, and a lot of people are complaining about things that I've complained to myself about in the past, so I understand like what their complaints are, but I'm glad that I'm not in that place to where I'm complaining about those things, I guess. Like, a lot of them are just saying they're so full and they can't eat, and I'm almost to the point of like, I could eat more. Like, I just but I'm also not eating the same things as them, so maybe if I were on the actual meal plan diet, I may feel that way, because a lot of but I don't think so, because a lot of them are kind of complaining because it's like a high broccoli diet, actually, because she has broccoli, I think, on one of the meals, and then like broccoli is kind of what she recommends as a free food. There's a few free foods, but broccoli and green beans are probably the most appealing, and all these people, it sounds like they're kind of sick of broccoli, but I love broccoli. I love steamed broccoli, I love raw broccoli. So I'm actually kind of anxious to get on the proper meal plan. But like I said, at this point, I'm hitting like just below the 1,700 calories. It's been like 1,680, 1,685. I tried to play around to get it up to 17, but it's, yeah, I don't know. I'd just be raising my carbs up, and so I'm good at like 1,680, 1,685. So yeah, I mean, aside from the massive soreness, everything's been really good. I love getting my workouts done in the morning, because because the program has like the weightlifting, and then it has an hour of cardio, and so it seems like a lot of people are struggling to get the cardio in because they're splitting up the lifting and the cardio, which, I mean, it makes sense. Having roughly an hour, 45, 2 hours at the gym every day is like a lot of time at the gym. But I'm pretty happy with just getting out of the way. That way I'm not like stressing about it all day, and I've got it done. So far so good. We'll see how it turns out. I couldn't imagine. I think some of these people are getting into this having not worked out for like a long time, and God, that's got to be rough, because it's rough on me. And I mean, granted, it's been a very mild workout, but I've been working out consistently, you know, for the last few months, and it's tough on me too. But I am getting all the sets done. I'm getting all the reps done. I'm not doing heavy weights this week because I'm just scared to go too hard. And I'm so glad that I didn't do it on Monday on the first leg day, because with how sore I was, if I would have really tried to push it hard, I don't know if I could have made it through the workout today. So yeah, but I couldn't imagine with me going that easy as I did on Monday and being as sore as I am, for someone who hasn't been working out whatsoever to just jump into this. I feel like it would be pretty hard. But yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty optimistic right now. So if I can just keep this optimism for 12 weeks, then I think we'll be in a pretty good place by December, which is great. So anyway, I'm gonna finish my drive and try to stay awake because I'm pretty tired and I'm hungry. But yeah. Alright, so I just finished at the dentist and everything was great, but I am so tired and I'm sore. And I forgot. So I was at the gym, when I was at the gym earlier, so you know I wear this shirt that has like, it's a white t-shirt and it's got a pocket on the front. I'm rethinking the pocket t-shirt because I guess I was just so, I didn't really feel that tired this morning, but for some reason, somehow I put my shirt on backwards and it was literally the end of my workout. My workout was over and I was about to start doing cardio. And my roommate noticed that my shirt was on backwards, and he'd been there with me the entire time. There was a couple times I was like, hey, how's my form? So he looked at me several times. It had to have been like around me, but like never told me that my shirt was on backwards until the end. He didn't realize it until the very end. So I was walking around the gym. There's quite a few people there, surprisingly, at 5 in the morning, 4:30, 5 in the morning. And so everybody saw me walking around with my pocket t-shirt on backwards. So, I mean, I don't know, 10 years ago that may have mortified me, but I was like, whatever. I just like flipped it around and got back to it. But from now on, I'm gonna have to pay attention. When is the last time I've ever put a shirt on backwards? Like, that's just so weird. But that happened today. So anyway, could have been worse. But yeah, I am feeling very fatigued. I'm ready to get home and get some coffee and eat and just try to get through the rest of the day. I've been not like working as many hours as I would like to get in, but it's hard when I don't have a specific hard deadlines for things. So I need to give myself, and I've been trying to give myself deadlines for things, like plan these tasks. And so that's just what I've got to do today. So I do have a homework that's due tomorrow, and I already finished it, but I got my homework grade back from my first homework. Oh my God, this guy grades ridiculously hard. But so even though I finished my other homework, I'm gonna go back and triple check all of my calculations, all of my responses, because he grades ridiculously hard. At first I was kind of bummed that I didn't do super well on the first homework, but then apparently I wasn't the only one that didn't do well, and I guess homework, I think he said, was only 10% of our grade. So basically he grades very hard on the homework to get us to really focus on it and practice, so that when we do the test, we'll do better. So not really too worried about the homework grade. And yeah, that's something that I'm like, I've gotten, I don't know if it's good to be better at this or what, but like I used to be such a perfectionist, like that getting a bad grade on a homework would have like destroyed me. But now I'm just like, you know what, I got a bad grade, but we've got more grades, so as long as I can pass, I'm okay. At this point, it's just like getting the grade that I need to pass the class, which in a PhD is higher than, like, you know, in undergrad it's like a C or a D, but like when you get into your PhD program, it's, I think you have to have like a B, which I've never gotten anything below a B, so I'm definitely not worried about it. But yeah, that's the first thing I'm gonna do when I get home, is like double check my my calculations, and then get my homework turned in, and then try to focus on as much work as I can get done. But anyway, I'm hoping the coffee will wake me up, because I'm so, my whole body is sore. My forearms, my biceps. The only thing that's not super sore is maybe my chest is a little bit, yeah, my chest is sore. Maybe my back isn't like incredibly sore yet, but we're doing shoulders and back tomorrow, so it'll get sore by the end of the week, I'm sure. But anyway, I'm gonna stop complaining and get home and get to work. Okay, so it's about 10 o'clock and I just got back home, and I thought I'd just show you real quick what I've been eating for breakfast. And like I said, like my appetite has definitely changed just within the past couple of days, because normally I am not hungry whatsoever in the morning. Not until about, 11, 12, 2, 3, like my hunger just doesn't kick in until later. But since I've started doing these like morning harder workouts, like the 2 hours at the gym, I have been getting hungry pretty early. So the last couple of days, I think I've eaten at like 8 o'clock. So I've been eating at like breakfast time. So I thought I'd just show you kind of like what I've been doing as far as food and supplements and things like that throughout the day. So here, I'll just show you here in a second. Okay, so I think I've shown this before, but I've still taking the pre-workout in the morning, and I also at night I will fill this bottle up, and it's got 2 liters of water, so I try to drink the whole thing throughout the day, just to make sure I'm getting at least 2 liters. So I'm not like tracking every like glass of water I drink, I'm just tracking how much I drink out of this. And so yeah, I'll start with my pre-workout. And what I was doing was starting with the pre-workout and then having some BCAAs after I would get back from the gym with my pre-workout. But what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to start mixing these with the pre-workout. And then I also just got this other one in. It's not just the BCAAs, it's all the essential amino acids. And it tastes pretty good. Both of these taste pretty good. So I think what I'm going to do is maybe put this in with my morning, and then maybe have this after the gym, and just see if it does actually help me recover. So, and then I've been eating my oatmeal every day. I ran out of flax seeds, so I've been using the chia seeds, and I like it both ways. And so I will just throw it in this bowl, heat it up with the microwave, and it's got some powdered peanut butter and protein powder in it as well. And then I will put this fruit that I've measured out, and everything's been measured, so and then I put it in my Fitness Pal. So this is what I've been having every day in terms of supplements and food. And I also have a multivitamin that I actually forgot to take today. I need to go take it. And it's just like a vegan multivitamin. So yeah, I'll try to remember to hop back on and show what I eat the rest of the day. Okay, sorry. I've been riding to the gym with my roommate every morning, and so I keep forgetting to film any of my workouts. So maybe tomorrow I will have him film the workout or parts of the workout. But yeah, I just wanted to note that I'm not that sore today. Like, I'm a little bit sore, but like in my experience in the past when I would get DOMs, like it wouldn't just go away after a day. It would like just keep getting progressively worse. Like there was a bad case that literally it lasted for like 5 or 6 days. I mean, to the point of still being extremely painful, and I don't know why that didn't happen this time. I've been taking branched chain amino acids. I feel like I've been drinking quite a bit of water, so that could be it. Maybe, I don't know if working out while you're sore, but I feel like I've done that before and it just like didn't help. But you know, I did go and finish my other workouts even though I was sore. But I was just shocked that today, I mean, there's still just like a little bit of soreness, like a good amount, but not anything like it was yesterday. It definitely did not get worse. It got better even after working out on the sore parts of my body. So that's just weird. But something is going right, and I feel really good about the workout so far. I haven't been doing it as intensely as I could, but I'm also just trying to get the flow of things this first week. But yeah, I mean, so far I feel really good about it. I forgot to film my meals, the other meals yesterday, so I'll try to do that today. But yeah, so far so good. Okay, so I just put them on, and I thought I would go ahead and give my initial thoughts of them. They're not bad. Like, I wear like a somewhere between a size 5.5 and 6. I got a size 6. I feel like they fit pretty well, and they're surprisingly, they don't seem that hard to walk in. I've worn some shoes with a high kind of like platform before, and I felt really off balance, but these don't feel that bad actually. So yeah, I will wear them around for a few days and see how they hold up. Okay, so earlier I had a protein shake, and so this will be my second one. And then this is just something I put together. It was a can of black beans, can of corn. I made some seitan, some frozen peppers and onions. It's just a big mix. It's just a little like kind of fajita bowl. So, but it's got seitan, and then I just cooked some tofu. And yeah, this is basically what I've been eating every day. I've got some cucumber and some pico and a little bit of guacamole. And so yeah, I've been having this every single night. I have my oatmeal for breakfast. I have protein shake later, and then I'll have this at the end of the night. Okay, so I just finished grocery shopping for the week, and this week I am gonna try to stay on the meal plan. So I went and bought everything that I think I need to stick to that. So I got a bunch of oats. In the meal plan, green vegetables are kind of like a free food, so you can eat as much as you want. So I got a couple of bags of green beans and asparagus, and also broccoli is a free food. So I just got a bunch of frozen bags of that so I can eat that. On Sundays, it's a refeed day. So you have higher carbs on Sunday, and so we have hamburger buns and a bagel and some toast for that. And then yeah, sweet potatoes, some blueberries, quinoa, Beyond Burgers for Sunday, and then some sauces. This is not vegan actually, but I ordered a vegan version, so that should be coming in. So once I, am done with this, I'll have the vegan. This is vegan, this is vegan. So yeah, the only non-vegan thing I have is this that I'm going to use for this week just because I didn't have any other options right away. But yeah, this all cost around $200, but there were some other things that my roommate got thrown in. So I think I'm a nerd, so I think I'm going to actually go through and calculate what my cost like per meal is, because some of this, like, that'll last me a couple of weeks with the oats. I got a little bit extra of some things just because I knew I was going to need it in the next few weeks. So I think I'm going to make a spreadsheet and put in what I have and get the unit cost so I can see just like really how much am I spending per week on, or per meal on all of this stuff. So yeah, I'm excited. All right, so this was something else I got this week. I had to order it online, and this is basically the meal plan is centered around these protein shakes. And I tried to find, like, I had a couple of other vegan proteins here, and I tried to look at some other ones, but they just don't have the same macros. Like, the macros in these are all like so different from the other macros. They're lower calorie than the one I normally use, lower fat, lower carb, like really low carb. So yeah, so I went ahead and just ordered some of these. And yeah, so this is probably, even though I think the rest of my food was not super expensive, I think it gets made up for with these protein, because the meal plan has a ton of scoops of this protein built into it. So we'll see how it goes. So far I tried, there were only 4 flavors available, the rest were sold out, so I thought I'd just try one of each and then figure out which one I like the best and like reorder that. So far I like the strawberries and cream by itself if I was drinking it just like in a smoothie. This one's okay. I'm not really a huge fan of artificial banana flavor, but this one wasn't so bad. And then I didn't really care for these two, at least not by themselves. So for breakfast, they have in the meal plan to mix a scoop with oatmeal. So I think I'm going to use these mixed with my oatmeal because I don't care for them on their own. So that's what I'm going to go with for my protein. Okay, so my workouts have gone good this week. I've made it through the first 5, and then the first 5 are at the gym, weightlifting. The 6th day, which is Saturday for me, is a home workout that's kind of body weight and supposed to be a little bit aerobic. I don't know, I haven't done it yet. I'm about to do it. I've been putting it off. It's like already 6:30. But yeah, I put it off because I've been wanting to remodel my house. I think I've mentioned it a couple times. And last night we decided to pull up the carpet, and then like it was just so gross underneath. And so then I was like, I wanted to wake up in the morning today and do it, but I didn't have anywhere to really do it at home. So I've spent all day cleaning. Well, we went to the gym and I got my steps in because you're supposed to still get the cardio. And then we went shopping, and I think did the video with all of the stuff that I bought. And then for meal prep, I was hoping to meal prep today, but like the floor in here just took way too long. But we got the carpet pulled, took a load down to the landfill, and now I don't know, the floor's still kind of gross, but it's a lot less dust. So I'm just gonna kind of like put a carpet down, like a rug down, and try doing it in here now. But yeah, it's a 30-minute workout, so hopefully I can get through it and then eat and go to bed. So we'll see how it goes.